Welcome to the Beer Me That Beer podcast show. I'm David.
And I'm Sam.
And this is the last episode.
Ever. Today. Psych.
Sounds like, it's like,
Thank God.
by the way,
Retired.
I quit. Drop mic.
No. What a way to break that.
Yeah,
That'd be terrible.
episode 26 on the Pod Deck Minis, which is in fact episode 52 of the year, which is in fact episode 104 lifetime wise.
Okay. How many minutes would you say?
That we've been
Collectively
on the air. Well, I can't do last year. That's just because it was so...
Yeah.
We were aiming for an hour, but our first episode was almost 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
You don't have to
do... I
answer
think
that.
the first year is 75 hours.
That's insane.
Second year, less, because we were more in a format, and the Pod Deck Minis are only half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, if there's any weight to those figures, I'm like, the fact that we talked for that many hours makes my head hurt.
Well, we got 28 more minutes to
Oh,
go.
Lord.
No,
Okay.
I'm done.
I'm tapped out.
Definitely.
I'm sorry.
I'm definitely quitting.
I've used my daily word count.
That'd be great. I think most people should have that. Oh, I can't talk anymore. Okay, thank God.
I've reached my limit.
But anyways, we are talking about the future of Beer Me That Beer podcast show. What is going to happen? But the place to start is at the beginning. So David came up with this show many years ago.
Many moons.
And they were based off large segments, actually. Half an hour shows, basically. I think I did 4 my first one. And then 4 the next one. And I was like, this is so much work doing 4 episodes.
I am exhausted.
And Sam was already helping. He was behind the scenes, even though he was credited for his time.
Yeah. But this is all
Yeah.
co-hosting stuff, so.
So then I asked him to co-host, and he was like, yes. And we started doing a lot more YouTube videos, content-wise, and Instagram, and that was huge. And then I think at some point, hey, let's do a podcast instead to supplement some of the content, because those content videos are hard, especially when they involve beer.
Yeah,
Drinking
they're very,
a lot is
they
not
wear on you.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we used to do the beer in 60 seconds. It's like I would tell him, like, bring like 4 shirts. We can knock out 4.
In a day. And I'm like, this is killing me.
Yeah.
I'm literally dying,
And the
David.
funny part is, like, we would do some big content idea and then literally just a shot of beer. And Sam's like, I'm dying. But then I would finish the beer after
you
he
monster. I was like, I don't know how you did it, man.
I mean, now I don't do that, and I'm glad we don't do that. But there, if you're reading into the episode, there's a change coming. Beer is still going to be there. I'm just
of
not
course.
saying beer.
It's not going anywhere.
But yeah, after Instagram and YouTube, we do the podcast, and that was fun. Pandemic hit.
Kind of changed. We had to think on our feet a bit.
Into the pod deck, I think we took that really well.
Yeah,
and
I'd say we
because
took it in stride.
We have the ability to do things mobile, and so that was fun. It was twice as much work because now Sam had to upload stuff and send it to me, and then I had to download stuff and do the video stuff. So it does take a lot more work, and then our turnaround at that point was, I think, every 2 weeks. Like we were at 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe even
so it
3
was
weeks on some
on
point.
the listener end. It was still week to week, but we staggered.
Yeah.
We gave ourselves enough time in
A
advance.
big window.
Yeah.
I sometimes had like 2 episodes of footage on my drive,
Yeah,
and I was
just-
like, "This is way too much for my 2 terabyte drive."
I can't manage with this. That's
if
a
you
lot.
guys know Final Cut, it takes your existing footage, which could be 5 gigs, 25 gigs, 30 gigs, 100 gigs, and I shit you not, times it by 1,000. It will then turn into easily a terabyte and a half.
It for
Very-
no reason.
And I mean, for a reason, it only edits at the highest point. So it turns all your video into what they call Apple ProRes, which is extremely high. And I'll give you a number. I think like a 5-minute video. I shit you not. It's like 100 and something gigs.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now imagine an hour podcast.
Yeah. It's a bit. I mean, myself having recently picked up, not that recently, but having only gotten Final Cut within the past year, David would tell me these things before, and I'd be like, is it really that bad? And like now that I've got a little editing under my belt, also I'm like, yeah, this is a lot.
I would say my computer I bought specifically
Yeah.
to do video. So it has an independent video graphic card. It has 32 gigs of RAM. It's not a solid state drive, but it's a Fusion, which is a hybrid solid state hard disk drive. And Sam, I think your Mac Mini is just kind of a solid, good computer,
It's,
but not a video machine.
I didn't get like a custom
Yeah.
ordered 2-spec kind
And
of thing.
So I complain how long it takes.
Right.
And just realizing Sam doesn't have that custom order, it probably takes twice as long.
I definitely, I think it's a little takes a little longer for me to do it.
You literally put upload and you leave.
Yeah.
That
I mean, like, this is
you
going to take all
cannot
day.
even
I
sit
can't
there.
just sit
you
here
can't
and
even
watch.
sit there. Because
Yeah.
then once it's upload, it actually has to transcode.
Yeah, and it takes a while.
It does a good job at doing both at the same time. It's like, oh, I finished uploading one.
Yeah.
I will transcode to the next one. Anyways, just wasting time for the big announcement.
Right.
So yeah, the podcast, I love doing it. I don't regret it. It's just a lot of work, especially when we're not full timers. We have jobs. At the time, you had your full time gig. I had my full time gig, and then Sam also had his music. Like he had multiple ventures, unlike David, where it was just work in the show. And unlike Sam, I can walk to work.
Yeah.
And I can walk backwards to work, and it'll still take Sam longer driving to get to work.
Exactly.
So we had definitely different situations, and we did all the stuff here because I had all the stuff.
Right. It's just more convenient.
I have lots of all the cameras and the drives and a lot of the gear. But Sam does have gear. I'm not saying he doesn't. He's not a poor boy. He is now.
I'm just a poor boy.
I need no sympathy. Anyway, so we did the podcast 2 years. 2 years. 104 episodes. That's crazy.
That's not
To sink in an episode a week for 2 years. That's big boy time.
That
That's
is big boy
That's
time.
big leagues.
I feel old.
That's big leagues. I do know some people that podcast every day, but they literally just like upload right away. We
No
take our
editing,
time. We edit.
Yeah.
And I think Sam and I were talking about this the other week. I think our podcast still sounds better than most professional podcasters.
That's not to say that what we talk about
Yeah. I'm just saying.
is meaningful or
we
helpful in any way.
sound better
The
than
quality.
people who pay other people to edit. And I'm proud of that. It pays off for the schooling I did. Also, it's very easy when you have two decent microphones, two people who know how to use the microphones, and the basics of just
some audio
compression
knowledge.
and EQing and fade ins and outs. That's all I do.
That's it, man.
I mean, I've given Sam audio files half an hour after he leaves.
I will say it for David, he is very efficient.
I have
and
a system.
quick.
It's quick. I know where all the cuts are, and I memorize time code, so I know exactly where to go. It's like, oh, I have to go here. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, the podcast was fun. I love it. It's a good fun, good venture. Being able to do that and adding the cameras was a big thing.
Right.
Because
I think that was the biggest
The
thing.
first 10 episodes were non-camera because our podcast YouTube started on episode 10, but we have 10 episodes, I guess 9 episodes
Like pre.
that are just audio. And at some point I was like, hey, we should have video. And this was before like video has always been important, but video now in social media, huge.
Right.
I mean, Instagram's going through a huge turnover right now with video. They're trying to get more of it, and I think I would say in 2022 we'll probably have a big Instagram jump in video, live streaming too. Hopefully, they finally give desktop a try instead of DuckDuckGo or DuckDuckGo or
Just whatever third party. Yeah.
So yeah, podcast was good. It's heavy. Video stuff is good, but at the time we weren't doing much content. I mean, we had to deal with the pandemic and that's always uncomfortable, going places and seeing rules and shit. I mean, we were asked by different video places, hey, you want to come over here
To like collaborate.
Yeah, and we're like, pandemic, like I don't want to go to LA.
That doesn't seem like the move right now.
Where there's more people.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So then streaming.
Mm-hmm.
June, obviously, 2020. We figured that out.
Pick that up. Yeah.
So yeah, June 2020. We started streaming.
Right.
That was fun.
It was.
It was a little hard because we didn't know what we were doing. That was the first time I think we both didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah. And to that point, it's always been, I definitely didn't know what I was doing, but David always had at least some
I have a knowledge of
idea
technology
of how to get something to
when it
work.
comes to live shows, but like, I mean, we were using cam links and then later figuring out up until this year that they're probably not the best for consoles. But yeah, we worked together. Sam picked games, I picked games. I think it was a lot of fun. Green screen, all that, learning OBS, big, huge leap forward. And I really enjoyed it. Plus playing games,
Yeah.
that actually made me like get back into gaming because Sam, you just kept playing games.
Kind of.
Not like
I've never been so deep in like you have, but I've always at least kind of casually played
I like
some stuff.
gave up gaming. Like I stopped. I just for
A long time.
2010, 12 to 2019.
It's a big gap, man.
6, 7, 8 years of not really spending money on gaming, and now all my money's gone because of gaming.
Well, I didn't tell you to do that, so
But yeah, it was fun getting into like Overcook, and that was our first stream, June 20, and then some Gears and
all the other things.
A Way
we've done.
Out,
Yeah.
and It Takes Two,
Discovering some new cool
playing Halo
things.
again.
Yeah, getting back into all that stuff.
That was fun. Halo might still be my favorite because it is the couch co-op of all couch co-ops.
It's a tough experience to beat.
Yeah,
So
especially because it's at our point it's nostalgic. So you get that moment of wow, he's so pretty, and then Infinite. At the time of the release of this episode, it will be the week of the year delay of Halo Infinite.
oh my.
And if you're watching our stream right now, we are currently going through the Halo adventure. We started that Halo adventure with the idea to play Infinite when it came out because it was coming out in December of 2020.
Right. But
And then a month and a half before,
it didn't happen.
we're delaying it a year. That's not a small delay. That's
It's a bit.
huge delay. Like when looking, they just released the multiplayer. That's fun. That's fun, but not fun at the same time. It's called the beta, so they get a little leeway there. But to think what they had a year ago that they were planning on releasing, they must have known about the delay
Right.
months in advance. Like August. I'm saying like half a year. They should have known.
Right. If the beta is any indication of what it is now, if you
It's-
could only
it's-
imagine what it would have been.
Yeah. Like what did you have a year ago? Nothing. That's what you had because you didn't release anything. But yeah, streaming has been, and because I think of the pandemic, it just has leaps. It's
blown up in like a real noticeable way.
People definitely don't know Twitch as much as they should because that I think is the forefront of streaming as a platform. But if you say, "Oh, I make content on YouTube," people will know exactly what you do. And now YouTube is poaching big streamers, and I think they just need their YouTube video search great. Their live stream search terrible. It shows I think 10 videos as a playlist on each category, and the categories are just there. You can't change them. Twitch is huge because that's what they're based on. They also, they don't keep their videos on forever. YouTube does. I hope that never ends because then it'd be terrible.
I mean, it's fun going back to see old stuff. Yeah.
And they now last year they changed the their fucking terms of service.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned this before. It's really bad because Beer Me That Beer is not in the content creating program.
No.
Which is if you...
We're not partnered up. We
Yeah.
don't take advantage of AdSense or
Yeah.
anything like that.
So you have to have 10,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
And is it 10,000
I think it's
or is it 1,000?
one or the other.
Okay, it's either 1,000
definitely one with a bunch of zeros behind it.
subscribers and 10,000 hours watch,
Mm-hmm.
or 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 hours watch. It's something.
Mm-hmm.
You need a lot of work. You need to make an impact of some sort,
Right.
whether it's niche or general pop,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. We are not there yet, but some of our videos have ads,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not cool.
You're like, yeah, who's that helping?
Give me my fucking 75 cents, you ass.
Please.
I do like knowing though that some of our videos have ads because that means they're doing well. That means they're being featured.
Somewhere,
Yeah, somewhere, somehow, someone is watching it once, twice,
maybe.
and someone else is watching it once or twice. But yeah, streaming was awesome. We're still gonna stream, and in fact, Sam did a little prelude to it. The podcast is ending
Oh,
forever right now this year.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
But
this
David,
is the last
what's
episode.
going to happen to the show?
The show is moving. Sam.
What?
The show is moving. Sam's
going
talking
away.
Sam's talking like that because he knows where it's going.
It's
but
going away. I'm
But,
going to go. I can't handle
I will
it.
say this. Sam, like we finished. We finished the main episode recording today. Did I show you before the pod? Yeah. So you're like, oh, what about Pod Deck Mini number 26? And I was like, oh, you want me to show you right now? I had not talked to Sam about this, and
No.
I've been working on stuff, and I've told them, oh, I'm working on stuff, and hopefully I can show you and you'll like it. So the podcast is ending, but the stream is growing. So now the stream, yet to be determined the name, if there will be a name change, but it is, the podcast is just being absorbed by the stream. So we're going to have discussions, we're going to have beer, we're going to have news.
All of this content, it's not going away per se. We're just kind of
It's being
integrating it
live-streamed.
into a
We
different
are
kind of thing.
basically broadcasting live all these amazing things onto one show every week, hopefully, because we are not full-timers. So we also have jobs.
And just,
Sam has
other
gigs,
things.
yes.
Yeah.
So this will be a mostly routine show starting, first Saturday of January. The new show. I showed Sam some really cool graphics. Hopefully, I think he liked them.
I do.
There is a Beard Me That Beer bar / brewery being opened on this stream.
No address yet.
No, there is no address because it's a digital society, Sam.
Yes.
Digital.
Correct.
No
So,
avatars needed.
yeah.
But it is a digital society. So I showed him these graphics I've been working on of this bar I have built in Photoshop. And it's the Beer Me That Beer bar. It's got taps. It's got a bar top. It's got seating. And we're going to,
really
that is our
exciting.
new place, our new home.
Real exciting stuff.
So he's already given me ideas. So for the news, we're going to have a news studio. I think that's going to be funny.
And maybe even, flesh out that segment a little more, as well as other
a little
things.
longer.
Yeah.
I think everything's going to be able to be a little longer. We're going to have different locations. We're going to be able to show you breweries' websites, maybe hone into and give them more of a chance to be on than just like our small video editing stuff we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to the streaming platform because I 110% believe that video is the future. It's always been. And now streaming is, 1 year ago, what was streaming?
Big.
Now it's huge. You have, and we do it for fun. But I really enjoyed the live aspect of streaming because it's raw. We don't script, like Sam said this in the last, we don't script.
No. I don't know if we've ever truly scripted anything.
And like
but
I said in the last
especially,
episode, if I script, it's the first fucking 3 lines.
yeah, right. It's just like very loose, like I
Very
think I said
loose
before,
and-
almost like bullet points.
But
Just-
we've always been like that, and I think because we enjoy the live reaction, even though we're not really reaction type YouTube, but I think with the stream show we can be. We can do a lot of things. And we're gonna bring back old YouTube stuff too. So all our content will be live stream.
yeah, so all of our goofy challenges and whatnot, you might see return to that stuff in some shape or form.
Or Sam will
and-
bring 4 awesome coffees, and we'll try these delicious coffees.
But we're gonna try some stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Heavy graphics. I'm looking forward to it. I even told Sam I bought fucking the Creative Cloud Photoshop subscription, and I said that. I think I said it to myself every time I went to bed. Don't buy it. Don't pay $10. Don't do it. You're better than that.
And then
And then I did it. And then the worst part is my work gave it to all of us for free.
timing, man.
So that is going to be
Impeccable.
canceled in 2 weeks, and then I will just do my work. When do you think we should post teasers about this? We have some stuff to show, but
I don't know, man. If you-
January. When does the first Saturday arrive, and are we available?
I mean, like, you know me, man.
Just tell you, and you'll be
Just
here
tell me and I'll show.
Okay.
Or I'll tell you I can't.
every day
Okay.
for the rest of your life.
Okay. Are you gonna take care of my bills and stuff?
Yes, I mean
Then
that is-
absolutely,
All
of
right.
course.
So you're gonna freak out.
Yes.
The first Saturday of January
Okay.
is January 1st.
Really?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's. Wow.
New Year's Day.
Okay.
So
Well, thankfully, there's
That-
really nothing special about New Year's Day. It's New Year's
except
Eve
you
is
get
the
it
thing.
off. So there will be the grand opening of the Beer Me That Beer Bar
Dope.
on January 1.
No way.
So this might not be exciting to a lot of people, but it's because you don't see the visual representation of what I made. And Sam was laughing his ass off.
But you will.
Yeah.
You will laugh as
I also
laughed.
had to make everything twice because if we're putting ourselves green screen into it. So there's some depth into each shot. So I'm excited.
It's a little. There's a little more going on than we typically.
I'm really, really excited actually. I think you watch our podcast show.
Me? No, I don't.
No,
I just,
you don't. Of course
other
you
people.
don't. No, you just listen to it. But we, typically it's a 3-camera shot on the first 10 minutes. And then it's just one single. This is going to be
That
17 cameras,
get out of
16
town.
360 audio microphones.
What?
Yeah, surround 360 degree. Basically, when you go on Pornhub and you watch the VR stuff,
What?
yeah, straight pornography.
They have no.
They
I'm just joking.
Sam knows that. That's funny. Sam knows that they have that. But I'm really, really excited for it. I cannot wait to show, and it's going to be a whole new thing. I think we're going to really get into it. This is a world we're building, and it's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to keep growing.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun for us, and hopefully it'll be fun for you guys too.
So yeah, the podcast is ending. Now, that being said, we're going to keep it on after January 1 for, I think, 2 months. So it will be live still. But
Where will it be live,
new
David?
episodes will be posted. It will still be the same Apple Podcast, Spotify. You can go on our Buzzsprout website. Wherever you find it, Google Music, Amazon, whatever. Everywhere. It still will be live for probably 2 months. Our Buzzsprout does a really good job of like, oh, you're done posting and you just want to keep it live. So there's an option for that. So that will still be live, but it is one day will stop. And I actually don't know how it works because I know that you can delete it and stop it. I just don't know how long that takes for, the distro to stop.
I don't know.
Because I've seen podcasts that have obviously stopped still on these websites.
Right.
So I'm interested to know. But yeah, so we'll be to this day we'll still be YouTube and Twitch. That's not changing until we hit that magic YouTube marker. Mm-hmm. Then I would love to do YouTube. I would really love to just be on one channel. Mm-hmm. It's a little taxing, especially because you got to remember. Mm-hmm. I did try a new chat feature from Restream that lets you see the chats from both channels on one, which I think we'll be using from here on out. Or it shows you, oh, this is from YouTube. Mm-hmm. I noticed it on the Thanksgiving stream I did the other day. But yeah, I can't say it enough. I'm really excited, and Sam doesn't know it, but there will be a chance for us to have a little stage presence on Beard Me That Beer bar. Because I didn't show him, but I am designing like a stage.
Wow, David, that's crazy.
So if he wants to play a little bit,
or I'm imagining, that's not necessarily just open to me. If we have any friends or whatever locally, we can make that work.
We can make it work because David did some structural things to the office that makes it easier to have more people in here.
Then maybe we might be like hosting,
we'll see.
Something.
Live shows, all in one streaming show. Because I know people do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitch, they play a lot. And I would love to get into that.
That'd be kind of cool. All right.
Sam likes that.
That's a cool idea.
But yeah. Any questions, buddy? I know it was fresh. It was fresh.
It's pretty fresh to me.
I told him.
No questions. Just excited for the future.
For a new world.
Yeah. I'm excited. I hope y'all excited.
Yeah.
I hope you stick around because I feel like we've got more good stuff in the works.
Yeah, this will. I told Sam this will then I'll be able to, because literally when I do the podcast, it takes me like the rest of the day to upload and transcode and then edit. I do like most of the edits on Sunday, but then I have work during the week and then I have to stick in edits, but also stick in stream times and content times. Hopefully that stops and I then can work on highlight videos because I think people don't want to watch the whole stream, but the best parts. And that's my hope, is that we have the best parts of our show into videos every week. And that may or not, maybe we'll cut up the stream. Hey, here's just the talking part. Here's just the news here. Because that's super easy.
Yeah. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make it work. It's going to be fun.
We're doing it on the fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the graphics look good. They look stupid good.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be great, guys.
And if you're disappointed, you can write a letter to our email, or give us a little email.
Our little cliff note we mention at the end of every episode.
I'll tell you. The new email is jumpoffa.cliff@beardmethatbeer.com.
Wow.
That's our new email.
Okay.
If you do not like our idea, it's jumpoffa.cliff@beardmethatbeer.com.
All right. One more time.
jumpoffa.cliff@beardmethatbeer.com.
Music to my ears. Thank you. Thank you for communicating.
Yeah, the after part, don't listen to it.
Yeah. No, this supplements this that. This is the new after part.
This is the new one. And I am reading these emails daily. So please tell me if you disagree. And I'll show you how much I care. But thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting the podcast with your listens.
Keep drinking, keep listening. Beer Me That Beer is a San Diego-based craft beer YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and podcast show.
And for more of us, check out beardmethatbeer.com. That's beardmethatbeer.com. If you want to reach out directly to us, email us at bmtbinfo@gmail.com. That's bmtbinfo@gmail.com.